thank you. We've been sailing hard, but it's
You're listening to WHRB Cambridge 95.3 FM. Welcome to yet another virtual Recovery Awards session, broadcasting live on Twitch at twitch.tv/WHRB_953 FM, and in the greater Boston area on the FM dial at 95.3, as you know. This is the very first Recovery Award session that is broadcasting both on Twitch and on the FM dial simultaneously. So we're very excited. And we're very honored to have Otay Onii, also known as Lane Shi, the vocalist for the defunct band, sadly, DENT, and the current shoegaze band Elizabeth Color Wheel. So a little bit more about Lane. Lane Shi Otay Onii is a Chinese-born interactive multimedia performer and sound artist residing in Brooklyn, New York. After graduating Berklee College of Music in 2016, receiving the Laurie Anderson Women Technology Award, she was honored for Best Vocalist, Bronze Prize from the Global Music Awards in 2017, for the track Sorrowful Seeds, I believe, and that's what we were just playing just now from the band DENT, and also the Best Independent Artist from American Track Awards 2017. She's also toured in the US with experimental bands DENT and Elizabeth Color Wheel, and she has a very thoughtful, philosophical, and multimedia philosophy, I guess, in her artistic pursuits. All right. So without further ado, I think we are ready to get started with the set. So sit back, we'll enjoy, and keep tuned in for an interview with her after this set. Oh, and before I forget, the two tracks I played, the three tracks. The first one was Tiptoe Grave by Otay Onii, one of her solo songs. The second one was Eyeballs Part 2 by DENT. And as I said before, the one you were just hearing was Sorrowful Seed by DENT. All right, we're going to get started.
Hello everyone. Finally, I miss you all very much. I wonder how are you all the time, walking on different roads, but I wish I'm with you all. And I also want to tell you how much I appreciate of all the love and caring you have given to me during all this time. And now I want to sing a few, dance a few with you.
Oh my god, that was amazing. So if you're just tuning in, that was Otay live at the Recovery Ward. Um, so now we're going to switch over to a quick interview with her. So just bear with us as we set that up.
Hey, hey. Hello, James. I'm good. How are you doing?
Sure. Oh wait, I don't think we were going over air just now. Let's see. I've got like both the OBS and the audio hijack up right now, so it's like pretty okay. I think we're good. I think we're going over both streams. Great. Yeah, I'm good. That was such an amazing set.
Thank you.
So for those listeners just tuning in now, we're having an interview with Lane Shi, doing solo work as Otay, and she's a Chinese-born artist, multimedia performer, and a sound artist residing in Brooklyn, New York. She's been part of the award-winning bands DENT and Elizabeth Color Wheel, and we're super excited to have her on to do this interview.
Thank you, James.
So right off the bat, can you tell us about those two songs you played? Are they on the upcoming album that you're talking about?
Yes, I'm good. Yes, it is actually one of them is a song collected in Molly Pop, a song that I released last year. And another song will be releasing soon later. In between, I have another album coming up that will be releasing on the record label called WV Sorcerer, which is very exciting for me because the record is made with a lot of intensity, but it's good ones. So I'm really excited, and I think that was probably one of my best works.
I'm
So
super excited. Just hearing, that set you just did just now. Great. So yeah, what have you been up to? Like, I mean, I guess this is the obligatory "What have you been up to during quarantine?" sort of question. But how has your creative process and everything changed since we've gone through
yeah,
this
I
pandemic?
definitely, yeah, definitely I cannot be loud. And that had changed a lot. For me, basically, I'm with my headphones, and
Mm-hmm.
mm, a little bit kind of, I need to be considerate to others, which is definitely a must during a special time like pandemic, but also sound become a little bit more intimate because I remember when I was young, I listened to secretive music with a headphone on bed every night just because I don't want my parents to know what kind of music um, and it's coming back to that phrase. And for the first time in a long time, probably 25 years, I have started to really put on my headphone and be alone again on bed and enjoying the nuances of music, which is really, really important to me. So that has had opened up a new world, not a new world, but a world that I have been very interested in, and it reopened itself like a wound and offered the spectacle inside of it, and made me feel like I need to drill into and dive into this world instead of be on the surface and with two speakers and blasting. And I mean, that's another world. But the reality, I feel like I'm more into finding the little world within something that's abundant, that's invisible within our reality, just in front of us, stuff like that. So that definitely had changed my perception in making art. And strangely enough, and I'm sure you have heard of it, the bit rush back to the countries you were from, and my mom had like a not a liver failure, but a little bit problem with her liver, and it was really serious at the time. And I was like, so I want to be back. I want to be with her and be closer to her and make her feel like I can take care of you at least for a while. So I'm back here doing a residency in a city that's very close to her, just 1.5 hours drive, and we Skype, or let's say video chat because Skype is really a thing here in China, every night. And yeah, and I'm doing, there's more space. I can be loud. In fact, I can be super loud and actually, you know, impact other artists in this residency, which is really interesting too. And I also see the little impact in their work, which is interesting through the sound. And they even told me, so your music did this to me, did that to me. And but I kept my little secret of the little world. And actually, all my work installation right now is about the little world.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I think, when you're at a show, it's like you have this visceral feeling, when you're standing right next to the speakers, it's really a body experience. But like from what your set today, I think it was a lot more to do with, the little things like the mind, more like introverted
Yeah.
and things like that. So I think I've read that you're from Guangzhou. Are you kind of in that area, like of southern China right now?
Oh, I love Guangzhou, but unfortunately, I'm in Shanghai,
Oh, right.
so near my hometown. Um, yeah, yeah. I lived in Guangzhou from the age 11 to 16 with my parents because they worked there, and but I still love my Guangzhou. Guangzhou is my hometown, no doubt. It's like I wanna, yeah, I have a more interesting relationship with Guangzhou than with my hometown, which is Haining. And I went to a little gathering in Guangzhou, which you hand in like 10 RMB, and the organizers cook for you. And
Whoa.
I said 10 other people doesn't know them at all. And we started to talk about everything, bullshit mostly. And then and they have a baby, and the baby is just living this wild environment of all artists and musicians coming along and have this very interesting gathering. And there's a lot of uh, pickup toys on the shelf, all placed with intentions. Like each one of them is a set almost. And I just feel this visceral connection to this place. And we jammed too after, and none of them were professional musicians. Everybody
Mm.
was just singing and doing whatever they want to do, and that made me really happy because I really want to get out of this. I'm a musician or I'm an artist and I'm doing this thing for a purpose, maybe for auction. I don't know what the
Mm.
fuck it is.
For the market.
Sorry. Um, and yeah, I'm happy to see that. And also I saw somebody from Germany, um, who was recording all of this, writing his journals. And it's interesting because in the US, I am a I'm a foreigner.
Right.
And then I see a foreigner recording everything around in China, and that was something to see. Something to see. Yeah.
Yeah. It's, oh my God, I could go into the experiences of being visibly Chinese in America, especially now. But yeah, I was in Shanghai recently. Well, not
Oh, cool.
recently. It was like back before the pandemic hit, basically. And yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I found that like the DIY sort of grassroots music scene. Um, I was just there for a few days, but it was really cool. I went to like a show slash like market where they were selling different records and like like Dako
Yeah.
CDs and cassettes, which are basically like pirated uh, second-hand records and CDs and cassettes that were smuggled into China from like the 80s and 90s. So and
Oh no.
I heard a lot about actually the person I talked to there was like, oh, Shanghai isn't anything. You got to go to Guangzhou. So I've yet to go, but definitely want to visit. Anyways,
If you know you have a butt there.
yeah, hopefully I'm trying to go back. We'll see how this pandemic situation shakes up, but definitely after I graduate, gonna be floating around. um,
Mm.
so yeah, you've had a bunch of different like musical, I guess, adventures with Dent and Elizabeth Colorwheel along with your solo stuff. Is there like a difference between the creative process between maybe your solo stuff and when you're working with a group, or like how does that kind of transition work?
Mm. With my band, um, unfortunately now, or fortunately now, you know, my pals in ECW that I really feel kindred to. Um, um, I feel that I have such a connection with everybody because we have experienced by far so many things together.
Mm.
It's almost like a little group of utopian construct, or at least the idea that we wanna protect us. We friends, we friends go out to adventures. We're friends doing something together, and I realize that more and more it's very difficult to maintain mm, what you call a successful relationship or a process with a little group because everybody so individually strong and how to say and uneasy too. And so with ECW, I really, or DENT, I really felt this energy and a group of people, and it's like a how to say, it's like a big array of light that beams through the whole sky, and it potentially can lit up the whole world. And for me, it's just potentially just one little part of the world that I can lit up. Probably nowhere else but inside of myself. So that, that has a lot to talk about psychologically too. And with myself, I see it as a self practice because I believe you can grow with a group of people, but I also believe in the power of growing yourself and experiencing yourself and is that will project the most honest experience too. So that, and musically talking, I can't just go into a rehearsal room and be like, hey, check out this, and then everybody gather together and put their juice on the feet and do a whole musical painting or something. I can't do that anymore. I can only just compose and then have an idea and catch it. There's always this tail devil that you need to catch um, before it's gone. But with a group of people, you have, like, this is the ideal situation that you forgot something and another person's like, oh, Lane, yeah, here it is. Like, I remember for you. It's like you live within a lot of brains, and yours are theirs are yours. We share part of it together, and that's a wonderful feeling. You never felt that yourself. I always feel alone by myself, but try to think of the more positive aspect of that too, and then add it up to the band setting. And yeah, equally powerful. Like I said, like a little world is me, and with a lot of little worlds is my band.
Yeah,
That's how I feel.
that's so beautiful. I just realized, oh my god. So for the first half of the interview, it was going to Twitch, but not over the FM air. So I was speaking and people could hear me, but they couldn't hear you. So that must have been really weird for the people listening in Boston. But it's all fixed now.
Okay,
Uh,
no worries.
this is our first time doing the whole thing, both to Twitch and to the radio. So there's been a few hiccups, but yeah, I guess one final question, like what I think you went to a little bit, but what have your musical inspirations or even just artistic inspirations been recently? Like what are you listening to? What are you watching or consuming that's like
Yeah,
inspiring you?
yeah. I listen to a lot of 80s, 70s to 90s dance music from France, like Desireless,
Mm,
Lizzie, and um, Sage Gang's book, of course, but he's an asshole, as we all know it. I'll try to set the good part and then leave the bad part alone. But I also, talking about music, I often find that my most inspirations comes from something that's not related to music, what I would call the elsewhereness. And I just remember the first time I wrote sonnets through a book, and it's called Outsider by this Korean writer, Ke Tao. And it's really about her teenage book. And if you want to ask me that if I would read it right now, the answer is no. So, but at the time, it really helped me to have this emotional outbreak. And at
Mm.
the end of the book, they asked for songs, uh, the theme song for the book. So I did some. And same thing happened with right now. Whenever I see a movie, it made me feel the most that I have to express in my own way, and that way is music or whatever vocal or whatever bodily trembles or this and that. And so the most recent um, artists or whatever you want to call it that inspires me the most is Gilbert Pierre. He is an installation artist, and his work is really, really something very sarcastic almost. And he was a vegan, and there's one of his works which was a skeleton goose with a not skeleton goose but uh, um, a moose with a coat um, walking, and the coat was like the luxury coat that we can get on the internet or whatever in the store. And he was walking on a circle and say "Je froid," which means I'm so cold. And I really like artwork that projects this kind of not intentional sarcasm, but rather helpless
Mm.
reality and present it to you, and almost an invitation for you to think about it. Um, and that inspired me more than a piece of music nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to talk about piece of music, I really like Arthur Verocai, a Brazilian composer. Um, and yeah, and Johann Johansson, who passed away unfortunately not long ago,
Mm.
a famous composer for Arrival, the film,
Mm-hmm.
and many other films. And One Interest Point Never for sure,
Oh
but
yeah.
me and my friend discussed this recently that his recent works delve more into the sound design and the sonic spectrum of work
Mm.
rather than Garden of Italy or Replica, which which are more of it's different kind of realm that he stepped into.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, I recently listened to his new album, and I kind of noticed a little bit of those differences too. But yeah, and I really heard the like 70s 80s influences, especially in that last track you performed, which we'll play again. We'll for the people, the latecomers to this Twitch stream, we're gonna play it again soon. Um, so yeah, thank you so much for coming on, doing this interview. Is there any like last things you want to like say, or I guess you can plug your various links. I know it's Bandcamp Friday, so if you're out there listening, definitely buy her music on Bandcamp. I believe all the proceeds will go to the artist.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, James, for inviting me. And I really, last word, I really hope that, um, um, no, I just hope that you're well.
I am. Thank you. Oh, it looks like she froze on my Google Hangouts. I guess with that, we're gonna play it again. So this has been an interview with Lane Shi, Otay, and you're listening to the Record Hospital on WHRB Cambridge 95.3 FM on the Virtual Recovery Ward. So give us a second. We'll get it ready for the stream again.
Hello everyone. Finally, I miss you all very much. I wonder how are you all the time, walking on different roads, but I wish I'm with you all. And I also want to tell you how much I appreciate of all the love and caring you have given to me during all this time. And now I want to sing a few, dance a few with you.
That was Lane Shi, Otay, live at the Recovery Award. Yeah, thank you so much, Lane, and the RH community for coming together tonight. It was really fun. You can check out Lane at Onii, OTAYONII.bandcamp.com. Today's Bandcamp Friday. All the proceeds from any Bandcamp purchase go directly to the artist, so definitely check out her stuff on Bandcamp. And yeah, this has been WHRB Cambridge 95.3 FM on the Record Hospital Recovery Award Volume 3 virtually, and the first one to go off of both FM and Twitch air. You can find these on Twitch as well. There should be a VOD video on twitch.tv/WHRB_953 FM. With that, we're going to play one last track from Elizabeth Color Wheel, 34th, off of Nocebo. And yeah, we'll be signing off after that. Thank you so much for listening.